Terve ja tervetuloa. Hello and welcome to the last episode of Finnish Tales of Integration Season 2, a podcast by International Student Ambassadors. I am Junaid, the Master's student in Health Technology and lead International Student Ambassador at University of Turku, and I'll be your host for today's episode. In this series, we guide you through the next step after you have settled in Finland, helping you thrive as an international student. If you're planning your move to Finland or Turku, check out Season 1, which serves as a beginner's guide to integration. In today's episode, we'll explore the role of TYY, that is Turun Yliopiston Ylioppilaskunta, in supporting the students at the University of Turku through social international equality and environmental initiatives. Our special guests for today are Roosa Partanen, who is the chairperson of TYY, and Aada, who was a former social international equality and environmental affairs officer at TYY and now serving as social and International Affairs Officer at SYL. They will share their valuable insights into how TYY enhances student life, promotes inclusivity, and provides opportunities for students to engage in meaningful projects along with practical advice for getting involved. So without further delay, let's get started. Thank you so much, Aada and Roosa, for joining us today for this episode.
Of course.
My first question would be from you, Roosa. How does TYY approach social and international affairs for students?
Well, I think the main thing at the TYY is to student advocacy overall, and the social affairs and international affairs are in a really big scene of the student advocacy in our work. So it's a big and huge part of our daily day work.
So if you could briefly elaborate it, like what type of social advocacy, for example, you do for the students, and is it just for the local students, Finnish students, or is it also for international students?
It's for all the students. TYY is our student union in our uni, and every university in Finland has own student union who does that uni's student advocacy. It's based from our law that we have student unions.
The type of advocacy that you do for students, if you could provide maybe one example from that?
Yeah, well, social affairs includes like we do advocation work about students' incomes and health support, and in international affairs we concentrate especially in international students things in uni, how the studies goes, how they get apartments here in Turku and integrate to our uni and our community.
Thank you so much for explaining that. My next question would be from you, Aada. How do your responsibilities in social, international equality and environmental affairs translate into concrete support for students when you were still in TYY and now that you are doing the same thing in SYL? So is there any change in that, or are they pretty much the same?
I mean, a large part of what TYY or SYL does on behalf of students is actually active advocacy work. For us, it means like having meeting regularly with the key factors and stakeholders, such as the university's rectorates, the Finnish Student Health Service as well, TUS, ESN, or like campus chaplains, local decision makers. We hold a representation in dozens of university working groups in TYY, where we bring forward like current issues, challenges faced by students. And between all this meeting, we closely follow the local and also like national news on a daily basis to stay informed about matters affecting the students. And based on all of this, we take public stance by writing opinions pieces, publishing statements on social media and in the press. I mean, working in SYL, it's more like, because it's a national organization, then of course it's like we're looking at more broad and widely. the advocacy work, and we're like lobbying the ministers and such things like that. And here, probably most only the the local stakeholders and stuff. But yeah, overall, it's pretty much the same, I would say.
Yeah, both of them do a lot of like advocacy work, and about the TYY a little bit more. We have like 2 specialists working on TYY to do social affairs and to do international affairs.
Okay.
And then we have also our members of board. There are usually 2 members doing international affairs and 1 doing social affairs. So
Okay.
there's multiple people to work and keep the advocacy work going on in TYY. Yeah.
Aada, if you would like to briefly explain the difference between TYY and SYL for the viewers, because I think since I have very briefly explained what TYY is, but I think we somehow missed the introduction about SYL. So if you could explain it, that would be a good help for the viewers.
Of course. I mean, like SYL is a student organization which represents approximately like 150,000 students in Finland, and all the students unions in Finland and Finnish universities are members of the SYL. So TYY is only one of them.
Okay.
And TYY is mostly doing the work for our like TYYs, the University of Turku students.
Okay. Okay. So if I were to put it into simple words, SYL is something that basically manages all the student unions across different universities in Finland.
So. Yeah, it's an umbrella organization of all of them.
So moving forward, my next question would be from you, Roosa. It is, what are the main challenges and opportunities in supporting international students? And do you think these challenges and opportunities are same for local and international students, or are there any big differences between these?
I think there is some differences, of course, in local and international students. For example, the study fees has been become a thing for international students, and we, for example, in year 2025, we have followed the results of the student fees and how does it affect on international students.
Exactly. And I would say also on top of that, like as international students, you also face a lot of like multi-level discrimination, which will affect in every levels. So it's I wouldn't say it's like same. For me, it would be like more like students. There have been a lot of cuts from students. Yes, but they're mostly affecting on international students, like way harder than Finnish students.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think to talk about the changes of international students' situations are more. There's no much talking about those things than to local students' issues.
Yeah.
So the situation is completely different, I think.
Well, yeah, when it comes to like labor market and like housing situation or whatever, food lines.
Yeah.
It's much worse.
Yeah, but we try to keep the voice up and trying to be loud.
100%.
Yeah, I think that's great, and it definitely counts to be voice for the international students, and it kind of gives them this feeling of being heard, I would say.
Yeah.
So it is quite a good initiative by TYY. So my next question from you, Aada, would be, can you share some initiatives or projects focused on equality and environmental sustainability at TYY or at SYL, or if there were some projects by university that you were involved in, if you could share something?
Yeah, I could say something about the UTUT, so the university as well. Even though the university has its own stuff and experts in charge of its environment and equality initiative, as I mentioned earlier, regarding universities' work groups, I currently sit on more than, I would say, 10 different university working groups and advisory boards. So I also have a fairly good understanding of what's going on at the university as well. So like this year, I've served at the university's working group for sustainable campus life, which plans and propose like sustainable everyday activities in the university, and they coordinate their implementation as well. The task for the working group is to consider how sustainable can be embedded in everyday practices, and do this the Sustainable Campus Action Plan has been developed, and the plan's final recommendations will be published shortly. And they aim to encourage everyone to make sustainable choices in their everyday lives. So I think that is very important. And also our university is actually part of the Nature Positive network, and that also requires student ambassadors. And I think it's fantastic that students are active, involved in sustainable initiatives, and the themes are visible across like many different channels.
Yeah, that sounds awesome, and it reminds me of one of the conferences that happened last year in Coimbra, the sustainability conference, where we actually met for the first time.
That's true.
So yeah, it was a great initiative, and it shows how University of Turku is actively participating in the projects in that context.
Yeah, can I actually add something?
Yeah. For sure.
Perfect.
No worries, yeah.
Because something about the TYY. So this year in TYY we are also like updated the environment guide, and that guide is especially for the TYY's organizations, and it's about to give concrete tips how to be more sustainable in the like basic active daily lives. So I think that's something it's been a great part of TYY's work this year.
That sounds great. So moving forward, my next question from you, Rosa, would be, how does TYY promote equality and inclusivity on campus? I mean, by now we have heard all the general guidelines and everything posted by University of Turku or TYY, but if you would like to give some example which is based on your personal experiences, that would be a good view for the students watching.
First of all, I like to mention that equality and environment things are really important things in TYY, and we have our own documents from each of those teams, and based from the documents, as Aada told earlier, there is some guides to use for student organizations. And for example, in my own student organization, we have a lot of events there. And I have been the member of organize events in my own student organizations, and we have been there looking after environmentally things, like how we use what kind of food we offer in events, and do we use like plates or
plastic plates or stuff.
Yeah, what is the good way to do it? Like in the eyes of environment.
Yeah, and actually also last year we were with Roosa kind of guiding the TYY wings as well. Do you want to talk about the TYY wings?
Yeah, of course. And in TYY, especially, not my personal view, there is TYY wings, who does a lot of work around internationality, environment, equality, and sustainability. Yeah, and for example, TYY Wings are those two who has a campaign around May Day about clean May Day to keep all of our campus areas clean during the Vappu, where there's a lot of students celebrating and having a good time around the campus. But we don't want to trash it out.
True.
Yeah.
In the start of this episode, you mentioned that TYY helps with the integration for international students. Would you like to maybe talk about that very briefly? Like, what are the things that TYY offer to international students to help them with the integration and everything? For example, language courses or guiding them towards correct organizations, something like that.
Yeah, of course. And in 2025, we talk a lot of in different places about international student situations, because the amount of international students in our uni are just growing year by year. And for example, we are really wondering about tutoring so how we can support the first year student, especially to get part of community, our uni, how they can get a good touch with their daily life here in Finland and in Turku in any ways. So we have talked about tutoring, for example, a lot of times in international students' view.
Yeah, I think tutoring is something that is super effective because I came here last year and PEPI, basically where you enroll for the courses, was something very new for me. So I was kind of struggling. I didn't know how to do that. And then bothering your study advisor just for this small thing, it doesn't kind of feels good, I would say. So having tutors at that spot is something that is really helpful. So I reached out to one of my tutor and he was actually able to guide me through all this PEPI stuff. So I think this is, it is pretty good, the tutoring thingy.
Yeah, and TYY, like one of their main goals is to be the organization who makes students feel like being a part of uni, being a part of our large community among the uni students. And for international students, TYY, I want to mention this, that we offer a starting package. And I think that's really helpful, and people have liked it. The starting package when they move here in Turku.
And I would like to mention one more thing, that TYY is not just about helping you getting started. They still support you while you have started and you're in the middle of your journey.
Exactly.
So if I were to give an example, I was basically studying this Finnish course called Suomi Passi. So we're supposed to go out and speak in public. So TYY's office was one of the visit places that we need to go and see how the Student Union of University of Turku works. So that kind of shows that TYY doesn't just leave you when you are starting your studies. They
we
actually,
support you like all the time when you are studying, but we think their most active time is in international students and the local students when you get started to studies, because that is the timing when you start feeling the connection to our community and learn things, where you get the support during the studies. And there was a recent announcement by TYY that now they are supporting students with their legal cases too. In fact, would you like to maybe elaborate that? Yeah. So we have one of our things is to offer legal help for students. And it's offered like once a week in Wednesdays in our office. And there's some more information on that our websites.
And it's completely free on students as well. So that's important.
It's part of our offers as a members, but every members in our uni are members of TYY.
And we'll definitely add all the important links in the description, so that if someone feels like reading more about it, they can just you can look for the links in the description, and then you can just read more about it on the website. My next question from Aada would be, what advice would you give to students who want to contribute to social, international, equality or environmental projects, either at University of Turku, TYY or SYL?
I would say the way TYY, Seoul University, inter-student movement and society at large operate reflects exactly what their intent to look like and the people who are actively shaping them. And that is why it's so important that those involved represent a diverse range of people and backgrounds. When you sometimes feel like your actions cannot make any difference or like matter, at least I find it helpful to set at least one concrete goal, and then you have to identify something you would like to see improved. The issue doesn't have to be even large or big at all. It can be as simple as wanting to more trash bins on the campus. And once you have set the goal, you can focus on advancing it and influencing to the change. And when even a single additional bin appears at the university, you are already kind of a winner. And great change grows out of small actions. That's what I think that's important. So if there's even one thing you wish you were better, I encourage you to take action to achieve that goal.
And TYY is always wants to help to make those actions happen actually in our uni.
Exactly. And also because we're having elections for students as well, for their representative councils, councils. So it's very important that people really vote. Not only because it matters, but I will say this, even you don't vote, someone else that is completely thinking different differently, we'll vote anyways.
Yeah, true.
So just do it.
True. Yeah, yeah. And I think you summarized it pretty well with the quote that which was related to the action, that you need to take action to make things moving. That was a great explanation.
Of course.
My next question from you, Rosa, would be, this would be, I would say, the most interesting for international students and most awaiting question that people are looking actively information on.
Yeah.
How can students actively participate in shaping TYY's policies or initiatives?
Yeah.
For example, when I moved here, I heard about TYY and I was like, okay, I should get involved. But then I kind of heard a rumor that you need to be fluent in Finnish in order to get involved in TYY.
No, that's a wrong rumor. I have to make that sure for the start. There's multiple ways to be part of TYY decision making. For example, I start on the top of our decision making levels. You can be part of our council, TYY's council, who has elections every 2 years. So we had elections in 2025 autumn, and next will be in 2027 autumn. Yeah, and you can apply and try to get selected from the voting. Then each year you can apply to TYY board, who does the everyday work in advocacy in our student union. And that's you can apply to board end of the year, every year. And if you want to try some other things than council and board, there's, for example, the TYY wings that we had talked about earlier. You can be part of TYY wings any time of year. It's volunteering. And like really low level active doing. Yeah. There is no pressure to be a part of that.
Exactly.
Yeah. And a huge recommendation for it. And besides that, you can always give us feedback and wishes that you wish happening in our uni and our student union, and come to talk with us and be active. Do you want to add something to this?
Yeah, what I was about to say is that also like TYY have over 100 under organizations. So also TYY is an umbrella organization for different organizations. So I think there is a lot of different organizations like sports,
student
like
organizations.
Exactly, like gaming stuff and like just theater and everything. So I think it's a great way to find something that really interests you. And also I think it's not everyone wants to be like in part of a like organization or stuff. But there's different ways, like please, if you're sending your surveys, we want to know what you're really thinking. And like we want to get you to involved, like by asking you like what do you want, and like asking like different students like what are your needs. So the feedback, what like you mentioned, that is really important part of our work. TYY is an umbrella organization for all the different member organizations of TYY.
Okay.
So only here under TYY, which are working here like locally.
Okay, perfect.
If we draw a map about this, it could be like quite large, bigger, but like every member of our university is member of our student union, but also the organizations in our uni are also like member of us, and we support them a lot.
Yeah, and we also have like actions in 3 different campuses. So that's something important to mention as well, that it's only here in Turku, but also in Pori and Rauma as well.
Good mentions.
And I suppose that there would be a lot of information on the TYY's websites, which would be mentioned in the description. Because of course we don't have much time to go through each and every single detail in this single episode. So we'll mention the websites in the description. But yeah, this is it. In today's episode, we explored TYY's and SYL's role in supporting students at the University of Turku through social, international, equality and environmental initiatives. We heard firsthand from Roosa Partanen and Aada how these efforts make student life more inclusive, engaging, and sustainable. We also shared practical tips on how students can get involved and contribute to meaningful projects on campus. Remember, TYY is here to support your student experience, so don't hesitate to participate and make your voice heard. Thank you again for sharing your insights, and thank you, audience, for listening. Thank you for tuning in to Finnish Tales of Integration Season 2. We hope this season brought you clarity, comfort, and a reminder that you're never navigating this journey alone. Take care, stay connected, and we'll see you at the event.